Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wildcat Wisdom. We are doing an interview with the one and only fullback for the Chicago Wildcats, Mike Improta. Hello, Mikey. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, buddy. What's up, Big Ben? How are you this evening?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Rough loss this week, but looking forward to playing Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get after Jacksonville. They better be on their toes. They better not sleep on us. We're going to be ready. We've had a little bit of a setback, but, if our opportunity doesn't knock, then, you know what I always say, build a door, Ben. And if that door is open, we're going to run right through it. Jacksonville better be ready.
All right, we're going to get right into this interview. I'll start off with the first question. Mikey, the offense has been struggling in recent weeks. How do you think the offense can improve against Jacksonville and for the rest of the season?
Well, it's back to the drawing board. We just got to keep our heads down. We got to keep grinding, right? Productivity's, it's never an accident. It's the result of commitment to excellence, intelligent planning. It needs to be a focused effort, and that's what we're trying to do. That's what our offensive coaches are doing. That's what our defensive coaches are doing. It's certainly not for a lack of effort. It's just, I think we've just been unlucky. We've been in some close games. We lost a tough one at Carolina that I thought was very winnable. And then at home, our defense played fantastic once again. My main man on the D-line, KT Thomas, the Terminator, he's just piling up sacks. He really should be recognized as a candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. And it's not any bias. Just take a look at the numbers, see what he's done every week. I think he's averaging maybe a sack per game, if I'm not wrong. But on offense, we've got a rookie offensive coordinator, and Greg is doing a fantastic job. It's just a matter of time. We'll get there. We'll get there. We just got to stick together, and we got to keep moving forward. And eventually, a little dose of failure is always required to gain some huge success. And I think that's the direction that we're headed in.
So, Mikey, you talk about Greg being a rookie coordinator. What's some of the differences you see kind of offensively from him, maybe from, past coordinators on offense so far?
Sure. Well, you can see that, when we bring up different formations and different plays to run, whether it's, a short pass or some out routes, the defense, depending on what the other team's defensive coordinator has planned, will bring up different formations. So what I think we need to do a better job of is just try to recognize when we're doing our sims, when we put in a play that looks like a run, have that bring up a run defense, but we're actually passing out of that formation. And I think that's where the difference is really going to start to show. And that's where, right now, a lot of the successful teams with experienced offensive coordinators, their ability to recognize that, their ability to manipulate the AI really comes into play. And that's right now where, we're learning on offense. We're going to get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Speaking of other teams in the league, we really see Denver and Louisiana as the top teams, with both Louisiana's actually playing right now, but Denver at 6-1. What other team do you think in the league, other than Denver, Chicago, and Louisiana, that the league should really look out for moving forward to the end of the season?
The team that you got to watch out for, and I've actually had an opportunity to do a couple of their games, is the Florida Storm. They started off 0-3. Now they've won 4 in a row. They're 4-3. Watch out for Mighty Max Paul. There's a reason why he's won 3 championships in this league. This guy's no slouch, and everybody better be on notice. The Florida Storm are the hottest team in the league right now. I know Denver's been rolling. They're at the top of the table. They've only got 1 loss. Louisiana, credit to them. They've only got 1 loss. But watch out for the Florida Storm. That's the team that's creeping up the standings. That's the team that is quietly starting to build more power. And when you talk about a Storm, people better batten down the hatches because they're coming for you.
So we talked about your broadcasting, and it's world renowned. Your broadcasting and your style. Like, what were some of your inspirations to kind of get your style?
Ben, I didn't pay Kahlil to say that on the broadcast. So anybody who's listening, that was totally off the cuff.
I remember. I
really appreciate that.
I watched the league minor league championship game, and that was like the first time I watched the minors. It was on 11, and I'm watching. I'm like, who's that dude? That dude's awesome.
Well, you were probably talking about my play-by-play partner, Tim Hackett, who's Jack Hacksaw, playing safety for the Chicago Wildcats, doing an excellent job. But I really feed off of him, and it's just been so exciting. It's always been a dream of mine, and I appreciate the compliment. Obviously, I'm not good enough to do it professionally, for the NFL, but to be able to do it here in the SFL. Mike Daggs, the director of broadcasting, Chris Curtis, and certainly our commissioner, who I think so highly of, Cameron Irvine, has allowed me the opportunity to come on and really try to bring a different personality and level of excitement, Mike Improta, New England style, to the SFL, and it's really just given me so much joy, so much appreciation, and just so much happiness as an outlet from the real world to have the opportunity to do that, which I'm very, very grateful for.
So there's a lot of rookies on the Chicago team this year, and we really see you, Mikey, as one of the team leaders. So what's it been like to having so many different rookies on the team this year?
I love it. That's what makes the league stronger. That's what makes the team stronger, is when you bring in new levels of excitement, as I just mentioned. The rookies, they're enthusiastic. I think they're curious. They're excited. They want to learn from the guys who've been in the league. They want to be students of the SFL. They want to learn about their teams, and they want to get involved. And I love it when rookies like you and Kahlil take the initiative and have the fortitude to develop a broadcast like this. It's an incredibly positive reflection on the people that we drafted. I know that there were some people who are entitled to their opinion that really weren't sure when they started talking about the Chicago Wildcats. What was their draft like? They didn't end up drafting until the 5th round. Well, there's a reason why we didn't draft until the 5th round, because everybody returned. Everybody wants to come back and play for the Chicago Wildcats because we're a classy organization. We have a lot of fun. We know how to win, and we keep it together. I've never been in any other locker room, and I know everybody in the league says, "Oh, our locker room's great, and we talk and this and that." Well, come inside the Chicago locker room, and I'll tell you for real what it's like. I would never want to be part of another locker room in the SFL, and a big reason is because of the rookies that we have on the team. You, Ben, not only have come up with this idea to do an awesome weekly show that the SFL can enjoy, but you also help out with stats. Then you got Kahlil, who's over here. That's your partner, who's putting together a fantastic production. The ideas that you've come up with to go around the league to really point out the defensive players of the week. You do the rankings. It's very professional. It's very straightforward, and I love it. Then you got Danny Stinson, who also helps out on stats. You got Tim Hackett, who does broadcasting. He does video clips. You got all of these people. You got Robert Johnson, our newly signed halfback, who helps out with statistics. Every new guy that has come onto our team has not only helped the Chicago Wildcats stronger, but they've contributed to help the SFL as a league get stronger. And that's what I love about the rookies on our team.
So you talk about the franchise and how good it is, and it's been a weird couple of weeks for the Wildcats family. And you've always been a leader for the team, but you've taken on more of a leadership role in the last week or two. Can you talk about you kind of stepping in to a bigger leadership role within the team in the middle of what many would call kind of a transition at this point, with a lot going on in the last two weeks or so?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that obviously was unfortunate, but you know what? We still got more than half of a season to play. We're in a playoff race. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. We can't get down and start pointing fingers at each other. You know what? Give me the keys. If you want me to drive, I'll drive. If you want me to sit in the passenger seat, I'll sit in the passenger seat. If you want me to go sit in the back and that's where I fit in best, and then that's what I'll do. And that's why you call it a team, right? Everybody needs to kind of chip in. Everybody needs to stick together. Everybody's got to support each other. And that's the motto of the Chicago Wildcats franchise, right? It's all about responsibility. It's all about loyalty. It's about pride. It's about tradition. But most of all, it's about respect. And I don't know of any other team that has more respect, loyalty, pride, responsibility, and tradition the way we do in the Chicago locker room. And if it's me that needs to help out, and it's not just me, it's everybody, right? Look at the way Jesse Vick has stepped in and really become a leader to be the president of the team. Look at what Kanye Rockefeller has done. Our defense is #1 in the league, and Greg, as an offensive coordinator, is now our head coach. He's a rookie. He's got, just like all of us, we've got a lot to learn. But right now, our experience is our education, and that's what's going to make us stronger. That's what's going to keep us together. We'll get there. Amateurs sit and wait for inspiration. The rest of us just get up and go to work, and that's what I see the Chicago Wildcat team doing right now.
As we wrap up the interview here, Mikey, big game against Jacksonville this week on the road. We've lost the last 2. What are the keys to beating Jacksonville this week?
Listen, we just got to come out and we got to do our thing. If we can get back to what we were doing in weeks 2 through 5, we'll be just fine. And there's some experimenting going on. We're trying to see what we can get away with. Obviously, as I just mentioned, our defense is doing a fine job. I think we just got to open it up a little bit more on offense. Have a little bit more air attack, try and stretch it out a little bit more, and just play around with the formation, see what we can do. As I mentioned, if we come out in a run formation, but then we pass out of it, that's where we'll start to beat defenses. And that's what we need to learn. It just takes time. It takes simming. It takes game planning. And, those types of things aren't built in one night. They're not built in 2 weeks or even a few games. But against Jacksonville, we're going to come out. We're going to be aggressive. I have every bit of confidence that our defense is going to come out and keep playing the way it has. And they better watch out, because if our offense clicks the way it did, as I mentioned, in games 2 through 5, we're going to give them a run for their money. So they better not sleep on us.
All right.
Wait, let's play now. I'm like hyped up to play right now. We can just go.
Let's go. I'm ready. Wildcat wisdom. We'll take the field right now. We don't need helmets. We don't need pads, Kahlil. We're going to bust through that defensive line. We're going to be sacking Christensen all night. Christensen better be ready. That's my buddy, Christensen. He knows I love him. He's helped me out so much in this league. What a historian. If you ever want to get some good background and you want to get a good interview, get Christensen on the show, guys. Man, he knows so much about the league. He knows so much history about all of the players in each of the teams. He's a good friend of mine, so I hope he's laughing if he listens to this and he hears this. But you better watch out, CC. Kahlil Thomas is going to nail you. He's going to be sacking you all day.
All right, everybody. Will conclude our interview with Mike Improta.